Few people consider that showering too often, or conversely, too infrequently, can harm the body as one ages. Most individuals are taught from a young age that daily bathing is an essential part of personal hygiene and a sign of responsibility. However, it's important to note that after reaching 60 or 70, the body no longer responds to this routine in the same way. Many medical professionals are seriously concerned about how regular showering can subtly undermine skin health, weaken immunity, and even deplete vital energy. This habit is rarely questioned, having been deeply ingrained for decades. Yet, the truth is a 75-year-old's body differs significantly from a 35-year-old's, requiring a completely different approach to care. If you've ever felt itchy, tired, or puzzled by increasingly dry skin after a shower, this material is for you. This article will explore 6 key reasons why doctors strongly recommend that older adults reconsider their showering frequency. It will also clarify what healthy hygiene truly looks like after a certain age. These reasons aren't just about saving time or water. They concern protecting your body, maintaining independence, and gaining peace of mind. If you aim to live longer, feel better, and ensure your daily habits genuinely benefit rather than harm you, you're in the right place. Reason 1. Skin sensitivity. As years pass, human skin naturally thins, becoming drier and significantly more fragile than in youth. This means that the familiar hygiene practices people have followed for decades, daily vigorous cleansing using hot water and harsh soaps, can actually backfire after age 70. Many might believe a long, hot shower feels refreshing, but for older adults, it can strip away the very natural oils vital for healthy skin. These oils are the body's built-in defense system, forming a natural barrier. Without them, skin begins to crack, flake, and itch, becoming more vulnerable to infections and inflammatory processes. Now, imagine what happens when this dryness becomes chronic. Many older adults start noticing red patches, constant irritation, and a feeling of tightness. This isn't just uncomfortable. The condition can become painful, and worse, these microscopic cracks or sores can become open gates for bacteria. A tiny dry patch, left unaddressed, can transform into a serious skin infection, especially if one's immune system isn't as robust as it once was. Something as simple as overshowering can trigger a chain reaction of discomfort and health risks that might be entirely unexpected. Many dermatologists now advise older adults to reduce showering to 2 or 3 times a week, unless they've been sweating heavily or engaging in activities that truly require thorough washing. During hygiene routines, moderation is key. It's recommended to use warm water instead of hot, mild cleansers instead of harsh soaps, and always apply a good moisturizer, paying special attention to hands, feet, and back to restore and strengthen the skin's protective barrier. Consider the story of Harold, 81, who always prided himself on his daily routine. Rain or shine, he took a hot shower every morning. Over time, however, red, flaky patches appeared on his arms, and he couldn't understand why. After several dermatologist visits and his daughter's gentle but persistent persuasion, he reduced showering to twice a week and switched to milder products. Within a month, the redness completely disappeared and the itching stopped. What initially seemed like a minor change made a world of difference to his daily well-being. It might sometimes feel strange to abandon lifelong habits, but the human body undergoes changes, and our approach to caring for it must also evolve. A little less time spent in the shower can mean much more comfort throughout the day, and it's certainly worth adapting to these new realities. Reason 2. Immune health. One less obvious but significant consequence of overshowering as we age is the gradual weakening of the immune system's natural defenses. Skin isn't just an outer covering, it's a crucial part of the immune system. Its surface hosts beneficial bacteria that form a protective barrier against harmful pathogens and maintain the body's internal stability. However, showering too frequently, especially with harsh soaps or very hot water, ruthlessly washes away this protective layer. It's like tearing down a fence meant to keep unwanted elements out. For older adults, this damage isn't merely superficial. As we age, the immune system naturally slows down, meaning wounds heal more slowly and the body's ability to fight infections is reduced. When the skin's external barrier is compromised by excessive washing, it creates serious problems. Bacteria, viruses, and fungi can penetrate microcracks in the skin much more easily, turning minor issues into more serious conditions. A dry patch on the leg can transform into cellulitis, or a simple scratch on the arm can become infected. This all happens because the body's first line of defense has been weakened. Consider how this plays out in real life. There's the story of Clara, 77, who always prided herself on being meticulous, but began noticing strange rashes on her back and legs, followed by recurrent skin infections. Her doctor linked it to her daily showering. She was unwittingly removing the beneficial bacteria her body relied on for health. With a few simple changes, reducing showers to 3 times a week, switching to fragrance-free products, and moisturizing daily, her infections ceased. It wasn't about being less clean, but about wisely protecting her body's natural balance. It's important to understand that true cleanliness doesn't mean scrubbing every inch of skin daily. Areas like hands, face, and armpits may need more regular attention, but full-body showering can be spaced out without compromising overall hygiene. In fact, doctors suggest it's often better for older adults to focus on strategic washing, keeping essential areas clean while allowing the skin to recover between full washes. Reason 3. Fall risk and bathroom safety. One crucial yet often overlooked concern when discussing showering habits in older adults is the significantly increased risk of falls. As we age, balance becomes less stable, and the bathroom transforms into one of the most dangerous places in the home, especially during or immediately after a shower. Wet tiles, slippery tubs, and sudden temperature changes all create a perfect environment for an unexpected slip. Now, imagine the scenario. Someone takes a daily hot shower, perhaps first thing in the morning or late at night when they're sleepy or tired. Steam fills the room. Blood pressure drops from the heat, and the floor becomes slippery. This combination might not concern a 25-year-old, but at 75, it can lead to a major disaster. Even a brief fainting spell caused by a sudden drop in blood pressure can result in a fall with severe consequences. Hip fractures, concussions, or even more serious injuries. I once met Walter, 83, who was a staunch advocate for his morning showers. But one winter morning, the shower steam fogged his glasses. His bath mat slipped, and he fell. A pelvic fracture and 6 weeks of recovery completely changed his outlook. After rehabilitation, he began showering 3 times a week instead of 7, installed grab bars in his bathroom, and started using a shower chair. His dignity remained intact, as did his bones. Reducing showering frequency not only helps the skin, but also makes the entire body safer. By minimizing time spent in a slippery environment, one significantly reduces the likelihood of dangerous mishaps. If you ever feel dizzy during or after a shower, it's a clear sign to reevaluate your routine. Cooler, shorter showers in a well-lit bathroom, taken when you're most alert, can significantly lower the risk of falls. Bathing is important, but safety must always come first. Rethinking your routine might seem like a small change, but it could be the decision that helps you stay on your feet and live independently longer in your own home. Reason 4. Circulatory support. As we age, our circulation naturally slows down. It's an integral part of the aging process. Blood vessels become less flexible. The heart pumps blood slightly less efficiently, and its flow isn't as swift as before. This is why many doctors pay close attention to signs of poor circulation in older adults, such as constantly cold hands and feet, slow healing wounds, or even a feeling of heaviness in the legs after walking. Surprisingly, the daily showering routine can have a powerful impact on this vital system. When you step into a warm shower, your blood vessels naturally expand, promoting freer blood flow throughout the body. This brief surge in circulation can be quite beneficial, which is why many people feel refreshed and more agile after a shower. However, for older adults, there's a specific complexity. If you shower too frequently or use water that's too hot, the reverse effect can occur. Hot water temporarily dilates blood vessels, but with repeated exposure, the body may struggle to regulate internal temperature and blood flow. This is especially risky for older individuals with heart conditions, low blood pressure, or circulatory disorders. Such factors can lead to dizziness, fatigue, and even fainting spells, posing a serious problem for someone living alone or with mobility issues. Consider George, a 79-year-old widower who used to love taking long, hot showers twice a day. After several bouts of dizziness and a near fall in the bathroom, his doctor inquired about his routine. When George described his showering habits, the doctor immediately suggested cutting back. George began taking shorter, warm showers just a few times a week. His dizziness disappeared, and his energy noticeably improved. Moderation is key here. Bathing less often, about 2 or 3 times a week, with water that's warm but not hot, can provide the benefits of improved circulation without overtaxing the cardiovascular system. Gentle stimulation of blood flow is beneficial, but overstressing the body too often can backfire, especially with age. The goal isn't just about staying clean. It's about staying safe, energetic, and able to enjoy each day. A thoughtful approach to showering frequency and water temperature plays a direct role in protecting your circulation, especially during these vulnerable senior years. The right routine supports your heart, blood vessels, and overall quality of life. All of this hinges on something as simple as how you turn the shower knob each day. Reason 5. Mental and emotional well-being. Bathing isn't just about staying clean. For many older adults, it's also a moment of solitude, clarity, and peace, a small ritual that brings structure to the day. However, most people don't realize that showering too frequently, especially without a clear reason or routine, can sometimes signal emotional distress or even exacerbate it over time. As we age, our emotional health becomes as crucial as our physical well-being. Feelings of loneliness, anxiety, or even mild depression can subtly creep in, particularly during retirement or after losing a spouse. Some older adults begin to overbathe as a coping mechanism, using long showers as a distraction or comfort mechanism. Conversely, others might completely avoid bathing, losing motivation as their emotional energy wanes. Both extremes can signal that something deeper is happening. This is precisely why doctors often ask about hygiene routines during checkups. Not because they're judging one's cleanliness, but because a sudden change in showering habits can reflect shifts in emotional state. If someone who used to bathe regularly now skips days or weeks, it could be a warning sign. Similarly, someone showering multiple times a day might be seeking comfort in the routine because something feels unsettled internally. Take Sharon, 76. After her husband's death, she started showering twice a day, once in the morning, once late at night. She said it helped her feel in control of something. But over time, her skin became red, itchy, and irritated. Her daughter grew concerned and urged her to speak with her doctor. That conversation helped uncover Sharon's grief, which she hadn't fully processed. With gentle support and counseling, she was able to adjust her routine and find healthier ways to process her feelings. Bathing at a comfortable frequency, 2 to 3 times a week, helps achieve balance. It keeps the body healthy without disrupting skin, energy, or mood. More importantly, it allows for building a predictable routine without relying on it to mask deeper feelings. A hygiene routine should uplift, not exhaust or hide what you're afraid to face. So, if showering is used as a way to escape sadness or avoid the quiet in your home, be kind to yourself. This awareness is already a step forward. It's important to talk to someone you trust, reach out to a friend, or discuss it with your doctor. You deserve emotional peace as much as physical health. Sometimes, a well-adjusted bathing schedule can be a small but powerful part of the healing process. Final thoughts. If there's one thing learned from years of observation, it's this undeniable truth. The smallest actions we take daily hold far more significance than initially realized. And bathing, something so simple and routine, carries meaning far beyond mere cleanliness. For older generations, it reflects their well-being, self-regard, and how they choose to live their days. The goal isn't about blindly following someone else's rules, but about listening to your own body, respecting its natural rhythms, and being in tune with what truly brings a sense of well-being. Some might mistakenly believe that showering less often is a sign of laziness, or that long, daily baths indicate prosperity and excellent health. However, neither of these statements is entirely true. What suits one person may not suit another at all. The essence lies in finding an individual balance. If your skin is dry or irritated, it's sensible to reduce bathing. If you feel more confident and refreshed after a quick shower, then do so. The main thing is to ensure these actions are for your own well-being, not under external pressure or out of self-neglect. It's important to urge everyone: don't let outdated beliefs or ingrained habits dictate how you care for yourself. This chapter of life belongs to you, and you have the right to shape it as you see fit. Perhaps your hygiene routines were always rushed before, or conversely, you haven't given them enough attention lately. That's perfectly normal. What matters is the decision you make going forward. Let showering be a moment of peace and solitude, not a burden or an onerous routine. If you recognize yourself in any part of this text, it is hoped that it helped you feel seen, heard, and respected. Whether it's adjusting a daily routine, recognizing a sign of something deeper, or simply showing more self-compassion, each such step is a form of self-respect. You are not just surviving. You're growing, adapting, and continuing to discover new ways to care for yourself. And that is certainly something to be proud of.